Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Denver, Colorado. I'm so glad you could join me today. I have my paper pumpkin alternatives for you for the month of February, and it's called Bouquet of Hope. And if you follow me at all, you know that I don't make the cards that they suggest in the kit. I make other alternative full-size cards. Let's just get started. Okay, so this month's paper pumpkin is called Bouquet of Hope, February 2021. And this is what the cards are supposed to be. It makes 3 different cards from 3 different designs for a total of 9 cards. And there is these choices here, and then they always give good instructions on the inside of exactly what to do to put your card together, and then what your kit includes, and then they give some their own alternatives for cards that they think might be attractive for you. All right, so the other thing that came in this month's flyer, or this month's paper pumpkin, was this flyer which talks about the Field and Flower, or Flower and Field Designer Series paper, which is just gorgeous. And it is free paper that is available through Celebration, so through the end of the month of February, and it's free with a $50 purchase. And so they're talking about that. And then on the other side, there is a little bit of a sneak peek about what might be coming here. And this next month, they're going to do something about mountains and outdoor scenes, and it says adventure awaits in the next paper pumpkin kit. Here's to you. They've added these 4 stencils and a stamping sponge that will be included in the March paper pumpkin kit, which is available now if you want to subscribe. And it says stamp a stunning springtime scene with this stencil set and stamping sponge. And then the kit itself also has, from what I can tell, mountains and outdoor looking things. So this would be coming in the March kit, which is a pretty good deal. I love stencils. And look at this one with the clouds, which you can use over and over again to make clouds. And there's one here for mountains and hills. So this would be a very, very useful one to have going forward. Okay, so I made 6 cards, so let me tell you a little bit about what is in your kit this time. And in your kit is a Mossy Meadow Stampin' Spot. There's this stamp set, which might show better on the back of a piece of colored paper. Let me put this on here. Yeah, okay. So there's this big bouquet of flowers. It's just gorgeous. And then there's 3 smaller flowers here and a couple of leaves. And it's I'm always here for you. Then this one says sharing in your sorrow, thinking of you and wishing I could be there to hold your hand. And this one says sorry for your loss. So the theme of this month's paper pumpkin was sympathy cards. And there were 3 bases. This is one of the card bases. This is one of the card bases. And then this one, I've chopped mine all up, has this just a plain pink base here. And let me tell you what the coordinating colors are for this kit. Basic Black, Bumblebee, Just Jade, Mary Merlot, Mossy Meadow, and Rococo Rose. So really kind of interesting. And this reminds me so much of in old style China, there's something called a chintz pattern, and it's kind of a busy little floral pattern, and it reminds me of chintz, which I think is interesting. Anyway, it also comes with 3 envelopes, one with a pink inside, one with a mossy meadow inside, and one with a bumblebee inside. It comes with 3 pieces of this vellum that has this beautiful gold leaf relief around the edge of the piece of vellum. There are 3 pages of these laser cuts, and these are very large bouquets of flowers. Then 2 smaller flowers with leaves, a couple of different styles, 1 small flower, and then this polka dot piece on the side. Then there is this piece, which is Thinking of You, and this is a big piece that says Thinking of You that comes off and is sticky, and boy is it sticky. I'm going to, if you haven't already opened your paper pumpkin and started using it, I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how to use this, because once you get it off, it sticks to everything, and when you put it down, it is stuck. So I've got some thoughts on how you could manage it a little differently. Then there is, in fact, there's one that's still together, and it is a sticker, so this all peels away. But like I said, boy, it is so sticky, it's hard to believe. Then there's these labels that have this black outline on them, and there's these rectangle and then these little oval labels here. And then you get also this piece here, which is a foil piece that is very intricate, very interesting piece. And let's see, you get some mossy meadow twine and these black shiny sequins that are self-adhesive, and of course your glue dots and your dimensionals. All right, what I have for you is I made 6 cards, and let me show you what I have done with this kit. A lot of them just used the material in the kit itself, and then I went completely off the reservation on the final one. So I have this one, and what I did was I took this vellum piece, and I found that you could put any kind of tape runner behind this vellum where the pattern is, and you can't see it. So I just used regular, oh, I didn't put that piece down. I used regular tape runner on the back side of this. And what I did was I cut this piece not quite in half, a little bit larger on this piece, put one of those cutouts, the laser cuts, here with the bouquet, and then I stamped on a little piece of the cardstock that is part of this one pink base here, and I stamped Happy Birthday. This Happy Birthday comes from Here's a Card, and then I just kind of fussy cut around part of it and put that on my card. And so I used the inside of one of those envelopes to do this piece, 4 by 5 1/4, and then half of that vellum piece, and then the bouquet and the Happy Birthday. And I opened this up and realized that I never put this piece of the card down. What I did was I took piece of this card base that is supplied, cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4, and used all but put this little piece on the inside to kind of match this. Now there's a little slice gone from this one. It's going to show up in another card. But that is my card number 1. The next card I have, and this one is very busy, but I took another one of those vellum pieces, and then I took this brass colored, gold colored medallion, and I just glued it right on top over the vellum. And then I used one of the little laser cut flowers here and stamp Best Wishes. And this Best Wishes comes from this one, which is the Celebration stamp set. I love this stamp set. It's got great sentiments, and I used the Best Wishes from this one, A Touch of Ink, which is free with I think that one's $100 purchase. Anyway, so I used that, and I used one of our enamel dots here, and on the inside, there's that piece that's missing from here. I just put that down and put one of those flowers here and cut it off. I thought that one was kind of funny. They're a little fussy on this one, but I really kind of liked the way they came out. Here's another one of those. This one I used a whole pink card base. Then I used the front of another card base cut down to 4 by 5 1/4. Then I used the inside of the envelope and another piece of this pink card base here, and then put my bouquet down, and it says, "I'll always be here for you," and on the inside it says, "Sorry for your loss." And then I put 3 of the little pieces of paper here on the inside that are represented on the outside. And so that is the one sympathy card that I made. Okay, I made a very simple birthday card where I used the inside of the envelopes on a couple pieces, and I used one of their labels. Then it screamed to me that it needed to have more black on it. So this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. Then this piece is 3 3/4 by 5. And I just bannered 2 pieces here. And on the inside, I've got just a piece of that envelope from the inside there on the card. And I thought that would make a simple, masculine happy birthday card. So there's that one. That is card number 4. This is what I did with that Thinking of You sticker. And I'll tell you, this design came out of the fact that once I started putting this thinking, I really did intend to center this, but that didn't work. And once it started to be stuck down, man, that just stuck down. So I'm thinking that as you get ready to take the sticker off of this, to use your anti-static tool, your embossing buddy, and as you start to peel this off the back of this, to use your anti-stick so it's not quite so stick, and then you'll be able to handle it. You can always add Tombow to the back of it to stick it down the way you want to, but it was hard to pick up because it was so sticky that I kept trying to pull, and I was afraid I was going to tear it. So I would say use your anti-static tool here on the back, and if you have one of those that has a little brush to it, that would be perfect, and just peel that up a little bit so that makes this not quite so sticky. And even at that, it's still pretty sticky and would probably stick down, but that'll help you pick this up. So this one ended up here because that's where it stuck down. And so on this also, I just used one of those little floral pieces, and I put some of those sequins on here, and I thought it was such a pretty little card, just simple. And on the inside, I used the stamp that had those 3 little flowers, and I stamped a bunch of them and then used one of the little flowers on the inside with the sequin on it. And I really like that one in the end. I'm very pleased with the way that one came out. That is card number 5. Now, for this last one, like I said, I went completely off the reservation. We had a mystery stamping opportunity, and I probably will do a separate video on this card, and I'll change it up a little bit so I'm not using up paper pumpkin things. But this was one we did, and with all of the black graphics on this, it just reminded me how pretty black and white with a splash of color is. So I used this paper from the Love You Always suite, the True Love Designer Series paper. And I made this card that opens this way. Now I put that big bouquet stamp on the inside, and it's just a regular gatefold card, but it's got these two pieces on top, and you can use a couple of different patterns of paper. And I know this isn't sticking to the paper pumpkin theme except for the stamp on the inside and these flowers, but I thought this particular design lent itself to the paper pumpkin. So that is my card number 6. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I do so appreciate it. And if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator, or you could join my team. I've had some wonderful new customers order with me this month. Thank you very much. If you order with me right at the end of the month, you'll receive a product gift from me and a handmade card. There is an offer to join, $125 worth of product for $99, and then you get 5 packages of designer series paper, one for each of the color families and one for the in colors, the 21-22 year. Then my prize draw for the month is a $60 shopping spree on me from any of the live catalogs, and you can put yourself in that drawing by making an order of any size on my store, lbedinger.stampinup.net, and you can get to it through my blog, www.inkandingenuity.com. Let's see, one other thing. My team and I put up our first blog hop, so that is up on my blog, the inkandingenuity.com. And there's 4 people participating this month, and in future ones we'll have more, but we got our first one up, and I would love to have you take a look, as it shows off the work of some of the people on my team, and they did a fabulous job on the theme was the Art Floral suite. So that's it for me today. I will be back soon with more cards, more projects, and more tips. Bye.